how you can use the experiment tool. So again, the process I've described is tool agnostic. If you're looking for a tool, I think experiments is a fantastic tool. And here's some of the things that you can do to set it up to follow the process I've described. So the first thing is I should also say too, I am not an expert in experiments. I'm sure there's many people on the GrowthHackers team who can help you if you have questions, but this is just the way that I've used it personally. So the first thing is I always set up an objective that we're trying to achieve. The next thing is they have the process to capture all the ideas. So remember, we talked about how do you brainstorm ideas or coming up with your prioritized backlog. You're going to load them all into the ideas tool. One of the things I really like is you can actually crowdsource ideas. So there's some great tools where you can ask your team members to contribute ideas, and they go right into the tool. Another thing that I think is awesome is there's a section in experiments where you can actually mine through other ideas of things that people have done and what the results were. And I think this is really cool. So if you need some ways to get the creative juices flowing, you should absolutely use this. Then once you create your experiment cards, then you can start to merge them into this workflow. So you can, depending on how you're using the columns, you can have just like that agile process, the things that you're going to do in your backlog, the things that you're working on, the things that are running that you need to analyze. And then just like I said, once you've analyzed the results and shared them, you institutionalize the learning by moving them into the learning section. And then one of the things I think is really cool about the experiments tool is you can add some different filters so you can see which levers you're pulling against, like acquisition, retention, whatever. You can look for different tags, different assignees. So you can kind of do some data analysis if you're looking for really specific things that you've previously done. So I will say that, while I'm speaking at the GrowthHackers conference, they don't ask me to cover this as a tool. I've used it a lot. I think it's been a great tool that I've used personally, and that's the way I've used it. So, it gets my strong endorsement and recommendation.